Good morning, Saunders Sabres. I'm Sierra LeBlanc, and today is Wednesday, March 20th, 2019. Please stand and remove your hats for our national anthem.
Hello, this is Thomas Redpath at St George's Hall in Liverpool, and you're watching Star TV.
I hate myself, I'm so ashamed, how could I be so sad?
Today, paper recycling, please put your bins outside your doors and we will come to collect them. Thank you.
A reminder for the senior boys basketball team that you have a practice today at 4:30 p.m. in the Saunders gym. See you there and get ready to shoot. All girls interested in playing rugby, this is your last chance to join an incredible team of athletes and learn how to play rugby. No experience is required whatsoever. We are looking for players that are willing to work hard and commit to attending practices, but most importantly, having fun. If you have been hesitant to join because you don't know how to play, don't worry, we will teach you. What we'll need from you is dedication to attend all practices, as our season is starting very, very soon. In fact, our first tournament is on April 16th, so we need to see everyone, new and returning players, at every practice to be prepared. This week's practices will be held at the following times. Please note there has been some changes. Thursday at lunch in the wrestling room, as well as outside from 3 to 5 p.m. Friday outside from 3 to 5. Please dress appropriately for the weather and bring a mouth guard. Please see Mr. Walters in room B328, or Mrs. Beecroft and Mrs. Bodanowicz in the science office to pick up a participation form or to ask any questions.
We are looking for some experienced students to help with scoring and timing for a basketball tournament this Saturday and Sunday. You can use this time for volunteer hours or get paid in cash $12 per game. Please see Mr. Clark or Mr. McIntosh if you are able to help out this Saturday and Sunday.
Good morning, Sabres. My name is Dima Hashim, and I'm here from Student Council with some very exciting news. So March 28 will be Meme/Vine Day. We ask all teachers and students to dress up as their favorite meme or Vine. Make sure that you come to school with no masks, and other than that, make sure it's appropriate and respectful, and make sure to be creative. So mark March 28 on your calendar and come to school for a good laugh. Other than that, back over to the anchor desk.
The SAA will be holding a full boat meeting Thursday at the start of lunch in the Mez. Please bring your lunch and your ideas. That's the SAA will meet on Thursday at the start of lunch. If you've signed up to be on the SAA, you must attend this meeting.
To any students writing the literacy test next Wednesday, the library presentation space will be open today for students wanting extra help writing a series of paragraphs. Ms. Mooser is running workshops from 11 to 11:30 a.m. Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday this week for any student writing the literacy test next Wednesday. Meet her in the Sabres Den in room C314.
Good morning, Sabres. This is Vice Principal Patterson. I have a number of important announcements I'd like to talk to you about today, coming from the main office, especially from me, Vice Principal Patterson, Vice Principal Anderson, and Mr. Vice Principal Carche. First announcement I'd like to let you know about is the OSSLT is coming up soon. Notice the Vice Principal has created some visuals to help you out with these announcements. So, make sure you're listening to all the announcements to learn about all the important information you need to know about the OSSLT. Another thing I'd like to talk to you about is we've had some vandalism recently in the school. We've had 13 of our soap dispensers in the male bathrooms destroyed. Unfortunately, we've replaced them all to this point, but we have no more replacements available. If the vandalism continues, we'll have to close down the bathrooms until we are able to replace those soap dispensers. So please, take it easy on our soap dispensers. We're starting to run low on their supplies. Also, a very important announcement about vaping. As you know, vaping is not allowed in the school and is not allowed on school property if you're within 20 meters of the school. In September, October, November, and December, we did try to do some educational pieces with announcements like this, warning you that you can't be vaping or sharing your vapes on school property. Starting in December up until March break, we were laying suspensions, and students were suspended from school for these activities. We've now been notified by the Middlesex London Health Unit, and they've created these visuals for us. Look at how pretty those are, that remind us about vaping on school property. Remember, if you're going to share your vape, that's a $490 fine. And we also have this visual that if you're vaping on school property, that's a $305 fine. That's a lot of money. Remember, you can also get both of these fines. So if you happen to take a hit off your vape and pass it to your friend Billy or Sally, you're going to get a $305 fine as well as a $490 fine. Now, you don't want that to happen, do you? Vice Principal Anderson, he provided his visual in the form of a rebus. Can you determine what this rebus says? Good for you. It says Code Red Drill. This is just a reminder to all teachers that there's going to be a Code Red Drill coming up probably next week. So Vice Principal Anderson would like you to make sure you've talked to all your classes about what should happen during the Code Red Drill, make sure you have the covering for your door, and make sure students know where their safe area is. If you're missing any information or need a door cover, make sure you talk to Vice Principal Anderson. And now, Mr. Karshay. He made this visual for you to take a look at. He just wants you to know that Mr. Karshay really loves you. So what he's doing is before March break, you know you got your mark reports. You got 4 sheets of paper that gave you all of your marks. He reviewed them over the March break doing a little math and realized we're doing awesome. So what Mr. Karshay has decided to do is change and give you some time off. Look at this visual he's created. We're going to finish this week as a 5-day week. And next week, because we just had March break, he says you should have a 5-day week as well. But the week after that, he's going to give you Friday off. And he's going to make it a 4-day school week. That's awesome. Then he's going to return to a 5-day school week. And again, he's going to give you another 4-day school week. Think about that. And thank Mr. Karshay. He's giving you 2 4-day school weeks coming up in the future because you guys are working so hard. Now, the other thing is, remember, if you're in grade 9 and 10 and you have one of those fancy Chromebooks carrying around, you might want to thank Mr. Karshay. He's the one who got those for the school and ran in a project so that you could have Chromebooks in all your classes. If you happen to see him today, say thanks to him. I'm sure he'll give you a high five in return. Now, that's all the information that I have for you and for Ms. Patterson, but Mr. Anderson had some important information, and Mr. Karshay had some important information as well. If you have any questions, feel free to come by the main office, and we can certainly help you out. And now, we're going to go back to our amazing announcement team.
Please admit the Senior Guitar Ensemble during Period 5 today. They'll be attending a pre-Kiwanis Festival event in room B110. Intermediate Guitar Ensemble will rehearse after school today in B110. And attention Spectrum members, there will be an important meeting this Friday at lunch. We will be discussing amazing opportunities to be a part of the video, as well as our upcoming Pride Conference. See you soon.
This Thursday is Funky Sock Day in support of Down Syndrome Awareness. Buy your funky socks outside of the Breakfast Club at lunch on Tuesday and Wednesday. $2. I love it! This Thursday is Funky Sock Day.
Students who identify as female, this is a reminder that a fitness, health, and wellness program starts on Monday at lunch in room C213. This 9-week club will involve weekly walks and runs for beginners and guest speakers on topics of interest with Photo B.
Attention graduates, it's that time of year again. This year's commencement ceremony will be held on Thursday, June 13th, and it'll be here before we know it. The potential graduate list has been posted on the glass wall outside the guidance office, and this is the first step. If you are in grade 12 and have 26 credits or more, you are in a position to graduate. Please come by and make sure that your name is on the list. If your name is not on the list, or you think it should be, if there are any errors with your name, please stop into the guidance office and see Mrs. Selleck. Commencement invitations will be distributed in your homerooms on April 3rd, and there will be a lot more information at that time. Also, for potential graduates, please make sure that you have submitted your community service hours to Ms. Selleck in the guidance office by April 1st.
This week we'll be serving in the Underground Cafe mulligatawny soup, spinach and wild rice salad with orange and creamy yogurt dressing, roast turkey sandwich on a ciabatta with pear chutney, fresh made spaghetti and meatballs, crispy spring rolls with spiced plum sauce, and for dessert, raspberry molten chocolate cakes. See you in the Underground. And that's the end of your announcements today. Have a terrific Tuesday.
Flower, chugga lugga lugging 5 miles an hour on my internet.